Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is the best of fall 2017 video. When I did my best of summer 2017, I asked if people would like to see these for every season, and you guys said yes. This is way overdue. I mean, it's January, so it's clearly not fall, but I do feel the need to go ahead and make it because it is something that you guys had asked for. So this is my top 10 melts of the fall, plus I have a couple of honorable mentions. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the honorable mentions, just like I did last time. So my first honorable mention goes to the Cozy Roll by Bento Wax Co. This is a toasted marshmallow and sweater weather blend. So sweater weather is eucalyptus, sage, and juniper berry, and it is pretty darn potent on its own. I love it, but it can be a bit much. So when she blended it with toasted marshmallow, it does calm it down quite a bit. I have this in wax. I also have this in a body spray. I absolutely love this. When it melts at a 10 out of 10 throw. So I really, really like this one. There is one that I enjoyed a little bit better that actually made the top 10 list. But this one I would highly recommend, the Cozy Roll, and I love it in my body spray. I think I love it in my body spray more than I love it in wax, but it is good and strong in wax, and I definitely recommend it, and it's a very strong thrower. So, love the Cozy Roll. The next honorable mention actually doesn't even have a label, but this is Basic Witch by Southbound Soap Company, or Southbound Candle Company, they're now called. This is her witching hour, which is campfire smoke and sweet gooey marshmallow cream blended with pink sugar. The pink sugar in this changes the entire fragrance. It's actually very pink sugar dominant. It is witching hour's girly cousin. Super good. I love it. And I would totally buy this again. It melts at about a 9 out of 10. So pretty good throw. And the pink sugar really comes through. I mean, that's actually what I smell the most in it, even more than the toasted marshmallow and the campfire smoke. I smell the pink sugar in this. So totally, totally changes the blend. If you like witching hour and you like pink sugar, you're going to love this. I highly recommend this one. So this is my second honorable mention, Basic Witch by Southbound Candle Company. Love, love, love. Then we have Trick or Treat by Vintage Chic Scents. This is a mess of a loaf because I cut it in half to get, well, I cut it in thirds to give some away. And then when I cut it, I pretty much destroyed the loaf. As you guys know, I'm prone to do that, especially when I don't microwave it, which I didn't. This is a really good pumpkin bakery scent. I think it's a secret blend. So I honestly don't know what's in it, but I do smell a little bit of like a cider in it. So it's like a cider with maybe buttercream frosting and some pumpkin. Super good. Throws it at 8 out of 10, so not the strongest in the world, but strong enough, and I enjoyed enough that I did buy a loaf of it. So I would highly recommend Trick or Treat. It was one of her exclusive open house scents for 2016, and then in 2017 she poured it in a couple of restocks. So definitely love this one. It's really good in the fall, especially around Halloween, and I enjoyed it enough that it made my honorable mentions. And then the last honorable mention is another Vintage Chic Scents scent. This is Delphine's Macabre Mansion. This is a beignet scent. So very New Orleans. It's like beignets and cinnamon. There might be some like marshmallow or vanilla in there. I don't know. Like maybe cinnamon. I'm trying to remember the notes, but they're gone, guys. It's like cinnamon beignets and powdered sugar, maybe. This one performs really well. This is reformulated a little bit from her previous version that she had, which is actually the version that I melted this year. It was from 2 years ago. So I haven't melted this yet, but It doesn't smell that different to me on cold. I think it's still going to be great. It's an amazing beignet scent, and those scents don't come around a lot. I haven't seen very many vendors do like a powdered sugar beignet scent. So this one is one that I would highly recommend for fall if you can get your hands on it. Throws it about an 8 out of 10. So pretty average, nothing spectacular, but I love it enough that I do like to repurchase it when she has it available. Okay, and now on to my actual top 10. So number 10 does come from Bento Wax Co., and it is Fall Porch Sittin', Toasted Marshmallow and Leaves. So Leaves is a Bath & Body Works dupe, and it's a, like, I don't know how to describe it really. It's like a fresh fall day. It's the epitome of fall. It literally smells like outside. It smells like fresh fallen leaves and like a fall breeze. It's so good. And then she blended it with toasted marshmallow. This thing throws like a boss. 11 out of 10. Super, super good. I went through a 3-pack and a half this fall. So I only have like 2 sushi pieces of this left, but absolutely phenomenal. Would recommend it in a heartbeat. So good. Just a very, very nice, crisp, fresh, outdoorsy. Maybe there's some apple in that. I don't know what the notes are to Bath & Body Works Leaves, but it's that blended with toasted marshmallow, and it's so good. So good. So that one gets a resounding yes from me. Fall Porch Sittin' from Bento Wax Co., number 10 in my fall favorites. Moving on to the next one. And I'm going to be honest, I'm probably going to number these kind of on the fly because I love all of them so much that I almost want to put all of them at number 1. They're all that good in my opinion. So let's go with Fall Festival for number 9. I think that's what I had written down. This is cinnamon, spiced apples, nutmeg, and a hint of gingerbread. This is by Southbound Candle Company. And this is the quintessential fall potpourri scent. So this smells like a craft store to me. It's super strong. There's a lot of cinnamon in this. So this is not going to be for everybody. I don't really get gingerbread in this, although she says she has it in there. And gingerbread's usually pretty strong and spicy. So it's probably what I'm smelling. But this smells like a craft store. This smells like walking into Michael's. Honestly, like at the end of July or August, when it's still like a zillion degrees out and you walk into the craft store and they've got all the fall crafts out, that's what this smells like. It's so good though. It's so good. And it throws at an 11 out of 10. It throws phenomenally well. This isn't something I would choose to melt every day by any means because it is super spicy and super potent. But I like having it around. And I'd recommend it if you like outdoorsy, like spicy, true fall fragrances, not bakery, but just like true fall craft store potpourri type scents. I love this. And it performs exceedingly well in no matter what warmer I put it in. And throws for a really long time too, like 10, 12 hours this thing will throw. So good. So number 9, Fall Festival by Southbound Candle Company. I know they say Southbound Soap Company. She just changed her name as of this week. So I'm going to refer to it as Southbound Candle Company throughout the video because I do have a couple more of her fragrances that landed in this top 10. Number 8. Number 8 is... What is number 8? See, this is where I'm disorganized, is I don't have a clear, because I love everything so much that I don't have a clear list of this one's, well, I have a clear list of my top 2, but other than that, I don't have a clear list of, you know, number 3 through 10. So I'm kind of looking at it on the fly because these are all spectacular. Okay, I'm going to put number 8 at the only one that I don't have packaging for because it's the only one that I completely melted through this fall, and that is Ma Ingalls by Golden Willow Waxes. Ma Ingalls is predominantly an apple scent, but there's also like, there's a hay fragrance in it. There's like a musky fragrance in it. There is a like old books fragrance in it. It's literally supposed to smell like the attic from Little House on the Prairie. That's exactly what it's supposed to smell like, and it takes you there. As soon as you put it in the warmer, it starts melting and it starts throwing, and it's super strong, 10 out of 10 throw, and it literally takes you there. That hay fragrance, oh my gosh, there's a couple of vendors that have a hay and apple fragrance, and I always fall in love with them, and this one's no exception. Ma Ingalls by Golden Willow Waxes has my fall scent loving heart. Absolutely phenomenal. Such a good scent, and I want more of it. I know it's like January. I'm gonna start bugging Allie in probably like March to like think about pouring some Ma Ingalls, because I'm gonna need some. But yeah, that one, hands down, one of the best scents that I've ever melted from Golden Willow Waxes. Super good. Would recommend it all day, every day. Yummy. So that one was number 8, and sorry I didn't have packaging for that one. Number 7. Number 7 is Boo's Spooky Castle by Rose Girls. I have an 8-ounce bag of this left. I have this, plus I have like 5 muffins. And each one of the muffins gets me 3 to 4 melts. So I have a ton of melts of this, which I wanted to stockpile this because the Vanilla Crunch donuts in this is super hard to get. I don't know what's going on with that oil. It was discontinued for a while, and then another company bought out the oil, so they had it, and then now it's become really hard to get again. Like, I don't even know what's going on, so I wanted to stockpile this one. I did have the opportunity to do so. So this one is Boo Berry, which is a blueberry strawberry cereal scent blended with Monster Cookie and Vanilla Crunch donuts. Now this bag here is probably close to 2 years old. So this is like the older style chunks. If you like, this is a way bigger chunk than what they normally offer now. These are like the bigger chunks that you have to cut, which is fine. But this is like the perfect blueberry bakery scent. It smells like blueberry muffins to me. I've been melting this for years. I think the first time she ever offered this was for Customs 2015, and I got some, and I've just kind of ordered it ever since. Every time she's had it available. It's like really one of the only blueberry bakery scents that I truly, truly love. And it always throws out a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10, depending on which warmer I put it in. I tend to melt this one in my bedroom more than anything because my oldest daughter does not like blueberry at all. At all. She smells blueberry, she gets really mad. So I try to confine this mostly to my bedroom, or I might do it around the house if she's not home. But confining it to my bedroom also makes it easier to kind of hoard it a little bit too. Since I don't know what's going on with that one scent note, I probably won't ever go too crazy melting it, since that's kind of up in the air. But this one is a hard and fast top 10 fall melt for me pretty much every year. Had to go on the list. Boo's Spooky Castle at number 7. Number 6, I am going to have the Warren's Visit Cookie Monster. So this is a super good scent. I really, really love this. This is the Warren's, which is her Cider Lane Marshmallow Cinnamon Donut blended with Cookie Monster, which is her like buttercream frosting, sugar cookie dough, sugar milk. Like it's a vanilla bakery blended with the Cider Lane blend. Oh my gosh, this is so good. She has a billion Cookie Monster blends. It was her best-selling scent last year. And she did a whole restock around Cookie Monster where it was blended with a ton of different things. This one's my favorite variation. It's perfect fall bakery in my opinion. Oh my gosh, it's so good. And I know what you guys are seeing here is a full loaf. So you guys are like, well, what are you talking about? No, I melted an entire 16-ounce bag this fall. I threw this in my warmer so many times. I'm almost ashamed to admit how many times I melted it this fall. And so I completely depleted that bag. So this is all I have is this loaf. But I'm going to hoard this and melt the crap out of it next fall. Oh, it's so good, you guys. It's so good. Oh, it's absolutely phenomenal. There's nothing bad that I could ever say about this scent. Ever, ever. So that is number 6, the Warren's Visit Cookie Monster. Number 5 is Pure Bliss by Southbound Soap Company. I named this fragrance, or Southbound Candle Company, sorry. I named this fragrance. I didn't create this fragrance. I just gave it the name Pure Bliss. This is sun-ripened figs, green apples, and light woods. This is one of those woodsy scents. So I crave woodsy scents in the summer, or in the fall. I crave woodsy scents. I love a fresh, outdoorsy, slightly perfumey wood scent. Love them, love them, love them. And this one is one of my favorites. Now this thing throws. We're talking 13 out of 10, guys. 13 out of 10. By far, one of the greatest performers that Southbound has ever had, and one of the greatest performers that I have ever had in my warmers. It's so strong. The scent of this one, and this is a backup pack that I bought. I went through, I think, 2 6-packs this fall. It's so good. It's slightly masculine. You really get the woodsy scent. I don't smell green apple in this, I'm not going to lie. I do smell the fig and the woods. It's a beautiful scent. And I also have this in a room spray. And it's really amazing in the room spray too. I can't say anything bad about this. Other than if you don't like woodsy scents, you're going to hate this. So you're going to want to stay away from it if you don't like woodsy scents. If you do like earthy and fresh and woodsy scents, you need to get some of this because it's absolutely amazing. One of Southbound's strongest performers ever, ever, ever. I would argue that right into the ground. So strong. So that is number 5. Number 4 is Wisconsin Woods by Rose Girls. And this is kind of similar. It really is kind of similar to Pure Bliss. It's more perfumey. Way more perfumey than Pure Bliss. And this muffin kind of looks like a football. That's hilarious. But this is way more perfumey than Pure Bliss. But it's also a very fresh, woodsy scent. Very fresh, very woodsy scent. I absolutely love it. I bought 2 packs of muffins on purpose, hoarded one, melted one this fall, and I'm hoarding one for this coming fall because I don't know if she'll pour it again. But oh my gosh, it's so good. But this is a perfumey woodsy, so it's very fresh, and it's a secret blend, so I don't know what's in it. But it's very fresh. It's very cologne-y, very unisex. So there's enough masculine in it that it would definitely appeal to men. And another super, super strong. Another 13 out of 10. So good. So amazing. If she pours it again, I'm all over it. If not, I have 2 muffins to melt this fall. And then I will go into a corner and cry somewhere. So this is that good. I think the sister company, Scoopable Tart Wax, which is actually run by the old owner of Rose Girls, Kathy, Jenny's mom. I think she pours Wisconsin Woods in scoopables. So if Jenny doesn't pour it again, I may have to fall back on a scoopable, but that's fine. I mean, it'll be the exact same fragrance. But this one, super strong, beautiful fragrance. If you don't like cologne or perfume fragrances, you're going to want to stay away from this though, because that's what it is. Let's not lie. Super, super strong, perfumey, cologne-y, outdoorsy type scent. Number 3 is Carnival of Souls. This is by Vintage Chic Scents. I went through a 16-ounce bag of this year as well, this fall. This is another one that I just threw in my warmer whenever I didn't know what to melt because I knew that I would love it. So this is a like, it's first and foremost a marshmallow fireside blend, but it's also blended with like a pumpkin cheesecake and something else. Maybe like a donut scent. I don't know exactly what the notes are, but there's like several things in here. But Marshmallow Fireside is first and foremost what this is. I fell in love with this scent this fall. I had purchased the bag of it last year and literally just let it sit. I didn't melt it at all. And then I melted it, I want to say midsummer, like late July, early August, because I knew she was going to pour it again. And I wanted to know if I needed a backup. And I absolutely needed a backup because look how much of it I've gone through. I mean, I went through a 16-ounce bag and then like part of a loaf. Ridiculous amount of melting of this scent this year. But this one is one of her stronger ones. 10 out of 10 throw. The Marshmallow Fireside is flawless. And then you just get the sweetness in the background from the pumpkin cheesecake or whatever else is going on in here. But this scent is one that I feel is super underrated. I think after it got brought up in the Facebook group a couple of times by a couple of different people, myself included, that it was a super good scent, then it sold out pretty quick because she poured it in unicorn loaves, which is what this is. So unicorn loaves are a single scent poured in high volume. So I don't know how many unicorn loaves she pours of every scent, but I do know this one was one of the first ones to sell out that particular month. So there was some hype created around it, and I think the hype is very much deserved. This is a fantastic scent. One of her stronger ones, so 10 out of 10 throw. Absolutely fantastic. Love it, love it, love it. Can't say anything bad about it. Would always repurchase this and highly recommend it. So number 3, Carnival of Souls by Vintage Chic Scents. Number 2 is Witching Hour by Southbound Candle Company. Campfire Smoke and Sweet Gooey Marshmallow Cream. Now this one and my number 1 scent, they could both be number 1 as far as I'm concerned. It's pretty much a toss-up. The only difference is that one of them has been my number 1 for years and the other one not as much. So that's why it went into second place. So Witching Hour is Campfire Smoke and Sweet Gooey Marshmallow Cream. I fell in love with it late last year, and she's poured it so many times this year that I've been able to buy it so many times and melt it so many times, and it makes my Marshmallow Fireside loving heart so happy. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It's just such perfection. Such perfection. It's Marshmallow Fireside, but it's more fireside than marshmallow. So the balance is more smoky. This is probably the smokiest Marshmallow Fireside scent that anybody made that I tried. So it's my number 1. Love it, love it, love it. So you get the campfire smoke, and then you just get a little bit of a background of that sweet gooey marshmallow cream. The throw on this is incredible. 12 out of 10 every single time, no matter what warmer I put it in. I went through quite a bit of this year. I think I went through 1.5 6-packs and an 8-ounce bag. So this is another one that I was just throwing in my warmer. Like if I didn't know it to melt, there were certain scents that I just threw in my warmer, and I didn't necessarily even document them. I just threw it in my warmer for something to smell that I knew I was going to love. And this one is one of them. So number 2, Witching Hour by Southbound Candle Company. I will always, always, always repurchase this. Number 1, top of the line, Marshmallow Fireside type blend for me. Fantastic. And then my number 1 favorite fall scent. My number 1 favorite melting experience, 2 years running. Light as a Feather, Stiff as a Board by Rose Girls. So this is a blend of leaves, which is that Bath & Body Works type, vanilla, amber, sandalwood, and toasted marshmallows. This is perfection. Absolute fall perfection. When you open the bag and you first take a whiff, what hits you first is the sandalwood and the leaves, and probably the amber. So that's what hits you first when you smell it. And I know this isn't the prettiest chunk in the world, but whatever. That's what hits your nose first. So you get that very fresh, very outdoorsy scent. And that's pretty much all you smell on cold. But when you melt it, the toasted marshmallow comes out, the vanilla comes out, and then of course you have the other scents in there as well. It's like a sweet, outdoorsy, it's just perfect. It's perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And I don't know if she would have poured this again if myself and a couple of other people hadn't created a bunch of hype. When she was getting ready for the fall pre-order, there were several of us that created a bunch of hype in the Facebook group. And so she offered it up, and it was the #1 most ordered scent that pre-order. Much to her surprise, much to my surprise, because this isn't going to be a scent for everybody. You have to like outdoorsy scents. Again, this one it's woodsy. I mean, first and foremost, it's a woodsy scent. It's just got more sweetness in it than like Wisconsin Woods or Pure Bliss or some of those other ones that I've gone over. This has got more of a sweetness. It's more well-rounded than some of those others, but it is first and foremost a woodsy scent. So I was shocked that it was the #1 most ordered, but it was, and I hope people love it. I do. I hope people love it. It's my #1. I have like 3 8-ounce bags of this. And funny story about this, the 8-ounce bags that I have are because they weren't selling in the retail store. And I got these in like July or August. So they had sat there for almost a year. And one of the employees of the retail store who I'm friends with, she said, I've got 3 bags of that in the store. If you want to buy them, pay me and pay me for shipping and I'll ship them to you. And I was like, heck yeah. So I bought the 3 bags that she had left that were sitting in the store. And then Jenny turned around and offered them in pre-order, and it was the #1 selling scent in the pre-order. So I don't know. I mean, again, it's definitely not going to be a scent that's for everybody, but it's going to be my #1 probably for quite a few years. As much as I love Marshmallow Fireside, because I mean, clearly #2 and #3 were both Marshmallow Fireside scents, this one is so unique that there's no way that it couldn't be #1. There's just no way. I don't think there's another vendor that could do this scent. I tried to do something kind of like this with another company earlier in the year and make a blend, like a custom blend that was similar to this. And it's similar, but it's not anywhere close to as good as this is. Now the throw on this one is always a 12 out of 10. No matter what room I put it in. It's beautiful in the bedroom. It's beautiful in a common area. It's a scent that I would recommend for company because I usually do fresh for company. I mean, just in my opinion, it's 100% perfection. 100% perfection. But again, it's not going to be something that everybody's going to love. But if you like woodsy scents, if you like unique scents, if you like slightly perfumey, fresh scents, you would probably like this. So that's it. That is my top 10 fall melts, plus some honorable mentions. I am going to put together one for winter, and hopefully in a more timely manner than I did the fall one. Sorry about that, guys. I do hope that you guys enjoyed this one. And again, these are just my opinions. So not necessarily going to be your opinions or your experience in your home. But this is what I enjoyed the most this fall. So I hope you guys like this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.